Hey, what's going on there, Guitar Historian community? Thanks for checking in. Today, we have an unboxing and first impressions video for you today of the Epiphone Les Paul Special model, so stick around. Hey guys, what's up? Guitar Historian here with you today. So it's one of the most exciting days of all of our, guitar lives, and that's the day that we get a new guitar. And it's the Epiphone Les Paul Special. And I know I'm pretty late to the party. This model has been around for a couple of years already. The Epiphone inspired by Gibson line has been a really big win for Epiphone, generally speaking. It's gotten really great reviews, and just in general, the entire line has been selling really well, and they've been making some really great guitars. And the Inspired by Gibson line was rolled out, I think, in 2020. And like I said, it's been making some really killer guitars. The reason I went with the Special was because, I already have an Epiphone Les Paul Traditional Pro that I have some humbuckers in. I have some Strats, as you can see, but I didn't really have anything with P90s in it. So I really wanted a guitar with P90s, and I think this is the nicest of the Epiphone line, other than like the Casino and whatnot, that has P90s in it. So I figured I would give it a shot. So without further ado, it's right here, right off to my right here, and we're going to open it up really quick and just give you some first impressions of the build quality and whatnot. All right, so here's the box, kind of plain. I remember Epiphone used to send out boxes that had a big picture of like a 335 on it. And but no, the box has gotten pretty standard and plain, which is, not a problem. Kind of a classier look for Epiphone. So I'm going to just peel the top off here. Show you what we got inside. So the guitar is inside, obviously, as you can see. There's some bubble wrap. That's not really bubble wrap because it's not popping. Huh. Denied. Anyway, I don't want the guitar to fall out on me, but guitar's kind of in its little resting place here. There is some case candy that we'll get into in a sec, but let's do the case candy first. You got a little thing here with a couple of Epiphone stickers, it looks like. So you got a big Epiphone sticker, which I have another one of them laying around somewhere from the last guitar. And we got a little Epiphone sticker, which is good for like a car or something like that. We have another Epiphone sticker telling you that it was established in 1873. We have yet another Epiphone sticker that looks like a pick. And we have yet another Epiphone sticker that has kind of a classy floral cactus-y kind of arrangement on it. I guess that's kind of like the Texan, the old school Epiphone logo. We have the limited lifetime warranty card, and then we have a 14-day free trial for the Gibson app, which Gibson rolled out to kind of be like Fender with their Fender Play app, which has been doing very well for them. Let's get to the main attraction, shall we? So the guitar is in its shroud. You can see the yellow kind of popping through. We're gonna take off the Epiphone rubber band. It's official Epiphone rubber band. Okay, we're unshrouding it slowly but surely. All right. Okie dokie. All right, so first impressions I will say about this guitar. The plastic on the pickguard kind of had me for a minute, because I was kind of thinking that it was possible that this guitar has been played. I can already tell you that I'm going to have to mess with the action on it. But anyway, let's go over the specs with the guitar. So obviously the Epiphone inspired by Gibson line, you have the Gibson style sort of open book headstock. That is the original Epiphone headstock. So the Epiphone logo is kind of looking a little mother of pearlish. It's pretty nice with a nice Les Paul Special there. You've got Epiphone Deluxe Tuners, which are basically just made to look like the Gibson Deluxe Tuners with buttons. You got the handcrafted in China sticker on the back. The fingerboard is Indian Laurel. The two differences, the two fingerboards that you have kind of these days that are replacements for rosewood are the Palfaro and the Indian Laurel. And I have come to kind of like, really, it's way out of tune, but I've come to kind of like the Indian Laurel just a hair more than the Palfaro. I think the Palfaro gets pretty dry. Either way, I'm going to end up probably using the Monte Presso espresso stuff on it to make it kind of darken up and feel a little bit more like rosewood. The fingerboard is bound, obviously plastic binding. And as you can see, the TV yellow color of the guitar. P90 pickups. They're Epiphone made P90s. And we have the black plastic knobs, which kind of feel a little plasticky and cheap, but they're not push-pull or anything like that. Obviously, the P90s are already single coil, so you don't really have any other choice with those. And then we have the lightning stop tailpiece here. There's really no tune-o-matic or anything like that. The Gibson version of this guitar, the Gibson Les Paul Special, actually just comes with a plain bar at the bottom. So I wonder if that lightning stop bar really does anything or not. But supposedly all the inspired by Gibson Epiphones come with a Graphtec nut already, which was one of the first upgrades that I made to my traditional Pro 3. So not going to have to worry about that. It looks like a 4-ply pickguard. It's a pretty chunky pickguard looking at it from the side. It's got a good like 1/4-inch clearance from the body, so it's a pretty chunky thing. And if you hold it up to the light just right, you can kind of see some of the mahogany wood grain showing through. The one knock that I had about the Epiphone was that you really can't see the wood grain that well through it. It's a very opaque TV yellow look, but looking at it here under this light, it kind of does give you that little bit of a mustardy kind of yellow, which is closer to what the original TV yellow actually is, which I'm a huge fan. TV yellow is one of those kind of ubiquitous 50s colors that I just love those guitars and I love those looks. So I have a couple of plans with this that I'm not really sure if I'm going to follow through with yet. I'm going to try to do a couple of things, but my plan with this guitar was to relic it. Not really like you might think, but there is a way of sanding the poly finish to make it look more satiny. And then I was thinking about sanding the side a little bit to make it kind of just wear out here, and a couple of little dings and things like that on the side. Not anything crazy. The front of the guitar I still wanted to be like pretty much totally yellow. But then I wanted to really trick it out with some 50s specs. Like the original TV model used to have an amber switch tip. It had the stop bar tailpiece, which I might get like a nickel one that looks aged. The knobs were black, but they had those pointers that kind of go under the knobs, those little number pointers. They point to the number that whatever you're set to. So those few little things, just little things like that, I wanted to kind of make this look like a 50s, a 50s TV yellow Les Paul Special. Now, P90s with a tube amp are generally like one of what I consider to be quite possibly the greatest combinations that ever existed, because the P90 can be a very versatile pickup. There's a lot of videos online. I'm definitely not the player that some of these guys are, but there are a lot of videos. I think the P90 is kind of gone through somewhat of a renaissance for itself over the last couple of years. Players like Rhett Shull and Rick Beato and Tim Pierce have really sung the praises of the P90. And the reason being is because it is a single coil like the Strat pickups, but it has a little bit more of a beefier, quackier, kind of more body to it than that, and it cuts through the mix a little bit better. And also, it's very versatile. You turn the volume down on a P90, you get really nice clean tones. You turn it up, it'll really push the front of the amp to really overdrive. What I think in general is that, Epiphone has just been really knocking it out of the park with these things. And they're really telling you that a Chinese made guitar with a company that has a very good eye to detail and high quality control can really push out some good guitars. The main thing about this guitar is how versatile it is. And you might think like, well, I have the traditional Pro 3 and I have humbuckers with a coil split. And you might think, well, that's got to be really versatile. But the two single coils don't sound like P90s. They don't, and they never will. But anyway, there it is. The Epiphone Les Paul Special in TV yellow. Highly recommend if you don't have a P90 guitar and you're looking to get in on that kind of gateway. It's a gateway drug right here, man. New guitars are a gateway drug, especially cheaper ones. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video about the Epiphone Les Paul Special. We'll catch you at the next one, and thanks for watching as always. Every so often I will kind of trawl reverb for really good deals. And I got a really good deal on this pair of P90s, basically Gibson P90s, that came out of a Les Paul tribute. There's one here, there's another one in there. But not only did he sell the P90s, but he sold the entire thing. The whole kit and caboodle here. Okay? Switchcraft input jack, Gibson P90s, and everything with the quick connect system with the Gibson name on it and all that stuff. Now, I would love to put them into this guitar. The problem being, if you go in the back, you will see that the routing back here has these waves. If these waves were not there, this would drop right in pretty much. I've already done the calculations. I've measured the distances between the pots, and this literally should drop right in. But the problem is I have to get rid of some of this wood and these waves here and allow this to just drop in so that I can use this whole system here.